Welcome to J-Loop. I'm Jackie, and
Jesse.
you're Jesse.
That's my name.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
I missed you last week.
Oh, I know.
I
missed you too.
I had braids in my hair too. I was excited.
Love those braids.
Oh, fuck, I know. We'll get them back though. They're super fun.
Do you know one of the things, I'm glad that you brought your hair to my attention, because one of the things I wanted to talk about is that you and I both have curly hair. Did I ask you what you used in your hair last week? What do you use?
I don't use anything.
Yeah, I did ask you this.
Are you sure?
I feel like I did. I feel like if
I don't remember if you
people
did.
have wavy or curly hair, it's a whole situation on how to take care of it. It depends on where you live, the climate. I live in a dry climate. I want people to start commenting on these videos to tell me what I should use on my very dry,
What do you do?
wavy hair. I mean, right now, I don't know, my friend sent me this oil from Paris, which doesn't seem to be totally helping me. I think I'm a lost cause.
So, like, you're just saying, like, you get it wet. Maybe you, like, scrub your scalp with your fingertips.
Oh, I wash it, and I use a moisturizing shampoo and conditioner.
Okay.
But and then I usually let it air dry, or I put like a little oil in it. But this is it.
And so,
I think I just have to.
when you don't let it air dry, you use a hair dryer.
If I'm in like an emergency and I don't want to go out in the snow with stopping wet hair,
Because you'd be cold.
yeah, and then it would freeze. I don't know. Just don't know if that's like the feeling or look I want.
Is being cold.
Yeah, and like have
frozen hair.
Yeah, icicle hair.
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
All right. Well, okay.
You know, I don't shampoo or condition my hair. I don't do anything.
Yeah, you're probably doing it right.
Well, okay, and like this age of information we're in is insane. And there's a lot of like crazy things to hear out there. I will say that one thing I believe is that like corporations, well, first of all, most corporations are owned by, like the same person.
Yeah.
And so I do think that there is a lot of chemicals that are used in things that people don't understand. So it was like 2 days ago, I was on TikTok and I saw this video about this dude, and he was basically having this conversation with the camera about how he doesn't shampoo his hair anymore. And he was saying that he thinks that is the ultimate thing to do. And then he was pulling up all these points, like I'm talking about lawsuits that people have had with hair companies or shampoo companies, their hair falling out. And then he goes dives even deeper into it. Like he pulls up a picture of like the shelves in Walmart or Target or whatever. And he highlights all of the shampoos that are owned by the same company. And the entire thing was the same color. The entire thing was the same fucking color. So he was like, basically like, this is my definitive proof that this is just like the worst bullshit ever. And he's like naming all these like ingredients that I've never heard of.
Right.
I know science, but not like that.
No, right? Like food,
it was terrifying.
It is terrifying. Like what we put in our body and on our body is a
Yeah.
really big thing. I'm
Right.
actually really passionate about that.
Well,
I'm not perfect at it, but
No.
I'm
Neither. I mean, same. But like, it really was one of those things where I'm like, I feel, or I felt extremely validated because I have never put shampoo or conditioner in my hair, and I've not fucking one time have I done that, and it's felt good afterwards. It always feels drier, more brittle, like my scalp is itchier.
yeah.
My curls get all fricked up.
Yeah.
Like I've never once like felt moisturized to the touch or something after conditioner or anything like that.
The only time I've felt like my hair is in its truest form is when I lived in California and I'd go into the ocean.
Oh my God, yeah, salt water is amazing for your hair.
And then I would
and
come
the
out
humidity
and then
is great.
And then it would dry. And I felt like my hair was just like incredible. Like people would always ask me what I did to my hair. And I'm like, I went into the ocean.
Nowadays people ask me what I do with my hair. It's crazy. I'm like,
that's
not a damn thing.
That's what I started this off with. So there is this stuff called New Wash that I've been wanting to try. And I think their whole motto is like no more shampoo and conditioner. But I don't really understand what the stuff is that they're having you put on your hair. I think what it is, though, is to like get your hair off the other stuff. to like reset itself.
Oh, because it's like some sort of addiction.
Yeah, and like the new wash helps you reset your hair. I love how I'm speaking about this, and I like actually don't really know, but
No, that's okay.
It's like my intuition tells me that this is what it does, and I do know people that have
Trust
done
your
it.
gut.
But then you got to like stick with that. Maybe it's just better just to cold turkey it. But how do I get through like the phase of my head looking like I spilled olive oil all over it? Like, is it ever going to grow out of that? Like the oil density is going to correct itself eventually.
You know something else too about that like exact comment is like there's been so many times that I have witnessed, you know, generally it's a chick, like dudes never say shit like this, right? But I've witnessed a person say something like, "Oh, don't look at my hair," or like they're like wearing a hat or blah blah blah, and they're like, "'Cause it's greasy. I haven't washed it in a couple days." And every time I've heard that, I'm like, your hair looks like in my head. I always think their hair looks really good. In that exact moment, of them being like, it's greasy and gross. I'm like, what?
Okay, all right. Here's what you got to understand. I hear what you're saying. I'm not one of those girls. I'm not one of those women. I'm talking like when I'm telling you that my hair is greasy. If I told, it's not right now. It's clean right. It's not greasy right now at all.
Did you wash it this morning?
Last night I did.
Okay.
Actually, the reason that this is probably on the top of my brain is because what you do right before you go to bed is what's most prominent inside your brain. Did you know that? That's why for you, not like memorizing lines. Do you know that?
No, I know
you're
shit
supposed to
like
like
that.
read through the lines right before you go to bed. Okay.
Yeah.
So last night I did this thing where I took my shower really late, and I put the oil in, and then I put a silk robe and tied it around my hair to see what it would do.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, I get that. I've seen that. When I put my braids in, I have a do-rag.
All right. I don't know that it made any difference. I don't know. I don't think it did anything.
Well,
But anyways,
I think there's things like that you got to do that are slightly different. Like, you can take, like, let's say you break it up into 3 sections, and then you like roll it into a bun. You know those donut-looking buns, right? And then you cover that with a handkerchief, each one, and then maybe your whole head in like a scarf.
I don't know. I'll
Because then
start
when you
playing
wake
around.
up, it like falls out in this like
Beautiful,
nice
coil.
way. Yeah, I don't coily,
not,
wavy.
Whatever this is.
I mean, I think your hair looks great.
Thanks.
But that's something I like.
I mean, I am a little feral. It's a little wild and free.
Right.
Which
I'm
is me.
from the mountains. I think, we're animals. We're just fucking animals.
We are. I mean, we are.
Well, yeah.
And I do think that, everything is an extension of us. I just wish this could be like a little, I don't know. I'm just still trying to like figure out my relationship with my hair. I usually wear hats because that makes me feel best about my hair.
Well, can you just what's like the point that you hit about this olive oil head that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Is that like 5 days?
No, it's like 8 days.
Okay. So don't wash it.
Ever.
Until next week.
I don't though. That's my pattern.
But like until we do record again.
And then you're
Until
gonna
we
and then you're
record
gonna
again.
see
and
what
then
it
I
looks
can look
like.
at yes, because I'm curious.
I wear a lot of hats though. That's the other thing.
You're saying your hats take the oil off your head?
Well, that's fine, but no, I'm just saying that I'm gonna have like hat head. It's gonna be disgusting because of that. Like it's gonna be flat on top. But I'll be vulnerable and show you. I might just put the hat back on then.
Okay, yeah, we can just
yeah.
look at this like old man with his bald spot. He
Right.
takes off his hat and you're like,
look
whoa,
at
you're bald.
We're gonna look at my greasy hat head, and then that's gonna make our listeners have to go to Instagram to see it live.
YouTube this shit, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go to Instagram or TikTok or whatever platforms this is on.
YouTube will definitely be the full episodes. Oh, we should also get a Patreon account. As you can tell, we're super new. You don't know what that is. It's fine. I'll show you.
I'm just here talking.
Yeah, you're just here to exist.
I'm just here to
It's fine.
exactly.
I do fucking
Actually, is that a problem?
No, I don't care.
All right. Speaking of that, this is another talking
I don't have
point.
2 children.
I know. I have 2 children.
Yeah.
But this is what makes us different and unique. Is
Right.
that you don't have any children.
Yeah, I have 0 responsibilities.
And I have
Technically.
I have the most responsibilities
Yeah.
of maybe anybody I've ever met.
Yeah.
So another talking point that I wanted to go over, now I got sidetracked because I'm a triple air sign. We talked about this in episode 1. I'm a Libra with an Aquarius rising and a Gemini moon. We don't know your whole chart yet.
Oh, shit. I know. I could totally look up on my phone right now. I have that CoStar app.
We really,
but I don't think I can. I don't think I can like swipe up and then look at the app. You know.
I mean, it's gonna stop recording. Ew.
Excuse me.
Why?
I don't know.
Why does everyone just want to burp like that?
Who's everyone?
My kids. They are everyone.
That are 10 and fucking 13. 26
Why
here.
like that? I know. 26.
You know what? I do burp a lot. I don't know why.
All right. Well, maybe we should get that checked out.
Like, it's not an over. I don't think it's too much.
Yeah.
And I do think it's
big.
it's either a sign of a healthy gastrointestinal digestive system or
not.
I'm past the point of where it's like not.
Yeah.
But everything else is healthy.
Good for you.
You know?
Good. I'm glad you feel good.
I mean, when I was living in Boulder, my freaking ex's friend did not poop for like 3 weeks. I'm like, that's unhealthy.
You gotta get some like smooth move tea. What?
No, they literally wanted me. They wanted a fecal transplant from me because I would poop like every day. But also, I eat a lot of food. I mean, I'm a dude.
Maybe was the person not eating enough?
Well, at some point, she stopped eating because she had. There was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would hurt.
Oof.
I've been
She's
not
like,
to that.
She's probably like 120 pounds. Maybe,
yeah,
maybe 125.
I've never been in that full state of 3 weeks. That's.
I can't even imagine that. And you know what? On the inverse, like from what I know about her, she was just obviously something in like the food she was eating was unhealthy. Because the only other time I've heard something like that was it's my sister. One of them, she used to be a heroin addict, and her boyfriend. It's funny, when she also lived in Boulder. It's just that type of place. It's like another planet.
I've been there many times.
I did not get anything done in the 5 years that I lived there. I barely fucking finished school.
I hear things.
I would show up to school like tripping, and like they have like stories about me because I would show up and I would just say all types of crazy shit in like meetings and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like I'm sitting there like all like, that was normal, you know, and everybody's like staring at me like, dude, what? Like, how did you turn talking about a guitar into like spirituality and the planets? You know what I mean?
I mean, I can't imagine because I feel like I'm with you sober, and I feel like you can be like that.
You feel like I'm wild, yeah. No, that's fair.
So I'm sure that you on some form of psychedelic would be quite the trip for everyone.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, my point was, so heroin's a barbiturate, right? Mm-hmm. And it backs up your system. So the last time I heard something like that happening was my sister's ex. He had to get like 4 feet of his colon removed. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just sitting in there for so long.
Oh, gosh.
They like put a plastic tube in there.
Oh, my gosh. This sounds so uncomfortable.
I know.
Like, what's the most uncomfortable thing? Not being able to poop for 3 weeks is probably in the top 2 things.
Easily.
Whoa. Okay, because I'm a triple R sign, can I switch directions?
I don't care.
Let's talk about. Did you watch any shows or movies in the past 2 weeks that we have not seen each other?
Oh yeah, of course. I always do.
Well, I want to know what your favorite one was, and then I'm going to tell you mine.
Well, I've been watching The Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon at the same time.
We love Young Sheldon.
You watch that?
Yes, it's like my kid's favorite show.
I'm not surprised. And the Young Sheldon is adorable, but I have like one of those like thoughts in my head when I watch The Big Bang Theory where I'm like, it's educational. I'm learning so many words.
Yeah.
I like when I binge watch it, you know, and I like feel bad almost. I'm like, yeah, but I like learned a new word today. I'm fine.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't think like, I just think film and television. You know, we're film and television.
Yeah,
people.
I know. And that's,
I
at
think
the end of the day, it's like
whatever. I'm not one of these people now that my kids are a certain age that's like, oh, this is going to be terrible for them.
Right.
You know,
right.
like, I don't.
Well, and I know I watch it differently than everybody else. You know, I'm looking at acting and
I think my kids do too.
Because like camera work, you know.
My son does. He's like, Mom, look at the
dialogue.
lighting.
Yeah, everything.
So it is educational for some people.
Well, and I do think when you watch it that way, like,
right?
Ever since I became an actor, it's like definitely become like that for me.
Right.
And I started to realize why I didn't like certain movies, even though on paper everything adds up to 10 out of 10, and then you watch it and you're like, no, it's because these writers sucked.
Right. It's usually the writers.
Oh my God.
I'm going to give actors this. I think that in order to be an actor that gets on a show or in a film, you've got to be pretty good. Like, so people saying, oh, this actor is terrible, they have to understand that all these actors are in the top 10% in the world. That's the truth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And it's so hard. It's such a difficult industry that the reason if an actor ever sucks, I think it's usually probably being a writer and an actor. I think it's the writing. I think that you can make an okay actor sound really good with good writing. Because then, even if they don't know how to act that well, if they say the line, it should just come out naturally.
Right.
And sometimes I'm like reading these scripts with auditions and I'm like, who would ever say this?
Yeah.
Who would ever say that the coffee shop is lovely?
Yeah,
or like it's
that.
a joy to meet you. I've never in my life said it's a joy to meet you. My last script, it's a joy to meet you. I wanted to take creative liberty and be like, I would say maybe it's a pleasure to meet, a joy.
Well, and I think it depends on the character, because
you.
Somebody like as facetious as I am would totally say something like that, but like halfway ironically, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like one word can just trip you up.
Yeah.
Though. And I'm just like,
well, and there's all situations.
I don't even know how to say this word naturally.
Right.
In this way.
Yeah.
And then you're like, it's not me, it's the writing.
It's a joy to meet you.
It's a joy to meet you.
You know what, though? Yeah. There are some actors out there. I think Meryl Streep could read any line of dialogue and it would sound amazing. I don't know if she's like
you're right.
sold her soul or whatever, but holy smokes, can she do no wrong?
She can do no wrong.
Literally.
I think she's like the one and only.
Yeah, I can't think of a single other. Maybe Brad Pitt. He's ridiculously good at things. I always loved him because he's not just like extremely pretty. I think he's actually a really good actor.
Okay, he's a good actor, but who beats Meryl Streep? Nobody.
Oh, yeah,
I would love for people to like come on here and be like, here's who's better than her. Like across the board. Across the board.
Or maybe at least as good. That's still a bar. That's still a challenge. Like being better than her might be impossible, but being as good as she is, that could be within reach for some people.
And she won't tell anyone her secrets. I've watched interviews. She doesn't share.
Oh, cool.
She doesn't share.
I should watch some.
She doesn't share anything. She just keeps her
buttons blipped.
She keeps them all buttoned up.
Buttoned up.
In her character. You know, Helena Bonham Carter is an incredible actor.
I don't know.
Tim Burton's ex-wife.
I don't remember what she looks like right now.
Oh,
I didn't watch Sweeney Todd.
What?
Yeah.
It's my daughter's favorite movie of all
time.
time.
The one with Johnny Depp?
Yeah, she loves it. She listens to the soundtrack as she goes to sleep every night.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, slitting throats.
The Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
You know the music. Good for you. Okay, wait. So now we're going to get to... Wait, what?
Like a theater.
You did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mom was a marketing director for one of them.
Oh, well, this is like embedded in you then.
Apparently. I mean, being creative, yes, for sure.
And then,
my pop's texted me like last week and he's like, because right now he's 73 years old. He's living in Fort Collins and he's building sculptures with the help of CSU. They're letting him use their facilities. He's fucking 73. And he texted me and he's like, basically was like, son, I know you got my blood. He's like, and that means that you are either going to be super broke your whole life doing what you want, or you're going to be rich in your life doing only the exact things that you want.
And you're like, it's probably going to be a little bit of both.
Well, it's definitely a little bit of the first one right now.
But the second one's coming. You're so young.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about that. But he's right. Like, I have conversations like this with like people my age who are like, you know, brokering these stocks or they're working in accounting or anything where they are not, you know, in control of every single aspect. Like they have to wake up and go to the office at 9 a.m. They've got to wear a dress code. They have to have meetings with this. They have to like rely on 28 different people in departments and, you know, they have Zoom meetings all the time. That's just so not me. I mean, Zoom meetings might be one thing, sure. I can talk to people. I don't care.
You just be there for like entertainment value.
Yeah. Exactly. But if our subject is not like what color is the backdrop going to be for that scene, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or like, hey, when do you want to meet up and like make some music or like write a screenplay or go skiing?
Start a podcast.
Yeah, start a podcast.
We did it.
Oh my God, we've been going for 23 minutes. Okay, so we have 7. Okay.
Okay, wait.
You have something you want to talk about?
Yes.
Just fucking say it.
Okay, well, I was trying to give you your freedom. I'm really about freedom.
I don't need freedom.
Okay. It's like the untruest thing I've ever heard anybody say ever. Okay, so the kids and I got really into like all the Harley Quinns.
Okay.
I went on a deep dive of Harley Quinn
on HBO? Because they have that show. There's that show that came out.
Oh, is it the cartoon?
Yeah. You didn't watch that one?
We're not doing that. We're doing the Margot way.
Well, that one's like definitely rated R. The show. Like they cuss a lot in it and stuff.
Okay.
I don't
know
what
Suicide Squad was PG-13. I'm okay with that if I'm like watching it with them. Mm. And then the one with her, there's some like rated R parts. I was just like covering
the Birds of Prey one.
Yeah, you know what? My kids are really good at like covering they're really. Yeah, if I'm
they
like,
don't do the.
No, it's like they really don't want to see it or hear it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cover.
They're like.
But anyways, what a character.
Oh, she's great.
What an amazing. I wish that they made all of them more PG-13 because what an amazing character for women. Mm-hmm. I don't know how everyone feels about this, but I think it just shows that like, I love that she overcomes adversity with strength and comedy. So I was like totally. I was really reflecting. I had a very self-reflecting week watching all of her stuff.
Really?
I did. I felt a lot of her inside of me. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that says about me, but a little,
You're a fucking psycho.
But
hello, Clarice.
Puddin'. Puddin'.
Mr. J.
He's here. No, it's so much of that. I love the scene.
Yeah.
It's so good. When they're like, what's going on in their internal, like what they really want. I forget which one this was in.
So I didn't see Birds of Prey.
Okay, it's not in Birds of Prey.
It's Suicide Squad?
It's Suicide Squad. Did you see it?
Not in a while.
Okay, so it's when what's like really inside them, what they really want. And like her life, she wants a traditional life with the Joker. It's like where she's like in a 1950s dress in the kitchen.
That sounds way familiar. Is that in the first movie?
Yeah, holding a baby, and the other one's in the high chair, and he's all like clean cut.
Yeah,
and
he's
I just
still
like
the Joker, but he like looks clean.
Yeah, and her too. And I'm like, this is like so amazing to show that like internally she's just like this romantic,
totally
innocent, person, And like the world's had to make her hard. And I think it was like a really good lesson.
Well, that's definitely universal. Well, I wouldn't say universal. I think there's a lot of people who have been through things that would necessarily make them that way, quote unquote. But I do love that. Like the Joker's always been my favorite character. Always.
I could totally see that.
Yeah.
And this is why we're friends.
I know.
Harley Quinn's I'm like, she just makes it seem all okay. She makes doing really terrible things seem okay.
I do find comfort in anarchy.
Right? I just think it's too, like, following the rules. Rules were meant to be broken.
Oh, my God.
Like, what great thing in life ever happened from following all the rules? This is why I had to get out of...
And the worst part is, like, rules make people robots.
Totally. And it crushes our creativity.
Yes.
It takes away our independence. It's just, there's so many things. Like, I'm going to out myself right now.
Okay.
But whenever it says that the lot is full, anywhere, never believe it.
Right. You just drive in there and park.
The lot's not full. The lot's never full.
We're talking about parking lots, right?
Yeah. The lot's never full. Just so everyone knows.
No. It's definitely not full up here.
It's physically never full. I've never been in a parking lot.
I've never heard anybody say that. That's a great piece of advice.
I've never been in a parking lot that I entered that said it was full, that was actually full.
Really?
Ever in my entire
Actually,
life.
you know what? At concerts, I found that to be true.
Everywhere.
Which is like very important
Everywhere.
place to be in
Movie
a good parking
theaters.
spot.
Ski lodges.
Oh, there you go. Skiing. Yes, absolutely.
Malls. Where else did we used to go more so than now? Anywhere that you can think of where there's a lot of people and you have to park, it's never full. Even the ones that are on an electronic system, there's still a couple
Parking
spots.
garages. Yeah. Totally.
Guess what? When you press the button, it doesn't lock if it's full. It still lets you in.
Yeah, totally.
I suggest going in.
Yeah, just go in.
I'm mostly saying this to people that don't like breaking the rules. Because
Well, that's a very basic thing to not listen to. You know what I always get in trouble for, or quote unquote? Like when you're standing on the fucking side of the road at a crosswalk and there are no cars coming, but it has the orange hand up, I'm always the only person crossing the street. I don't know. In my head, I'm like, how could you not fucking sit there on the side of the road and see
I don't
no
get it.
Like you're on the crosswalk,
Yeah.
and there's like four different symbols that come on the light on the other side.
Yes.
One is a walking man.
Okay.
Another one is like a countdown, right?
Okay.
And then another one is like it just says don't walk because there's like cars coming, and then or like another one is like the orange hand, which
right.
maybe is also don't walk. So everybody and their mama I've seen, they wait until it has the white walking dude, right, to cross the street. If there's no cars coming, I'm walking across the street.
Yeah.
Like, why am I listening to this little sign?
No.
And people are always like, sometimes people are like, okay, I'm trusting you. I'm like, you don't even have to trust me. Just look left and then right, and you'll see that nobody's coming.
Like,
or they're like,
no
what
cars.
if somebody jaywalking tickets us? I'm like, what? Like,
Actually, so at a crosswalk, I don't think that can happen.
I don't think so either.
My rebuttal to you right now, my only rebuttal, is that I did get a jaywalking ticket in Los Angeles.
Really? Where?
For
Were you on the freeway?
A lot of money. No, that would make more sense. No. So, people do extort their power.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Because getting a $700 ticket for crossing a
Whoa.
street is bonkers.
That's so much.
I know.
Excuse me.
Maybe you burp. Do you know if some people burp when they're lying or they get nervous?
Really?
Maybe for you it's when you're nervous.
I think I just swallow air, like a lot. Like when I drink and I just gulp air and liquid down.
I'm going to keep paying attention to it
Do
because...
it. The only time you'll hear it happen is when I'm drinking something.
You didn't drink anything though. And I just...
chugged that whole coffee bottle.
Oh, all right. Well...
I mean, this is 9.5 fluid ounces. That's 281 milliliters of liquid. Oh.
I thought it was... What time is it?
It's 11:31 in the morning and February 27th. It's a Tuesday.
All right. So we're almost at time. We probably are at time.
We are at time.
So we got to do... Should we do rapid fire questions?
Oh my God, yeah.
You go first this time.
What are you doing with the rest of your day?
I have some clients for my life coaching.
And how come you chose not to wear a hat today?
Because I washed my hair last night.
Do you like using the headphones, or how are you feeling about it?
Let me see. I actually do like the way it sounds, but I'm not promising that I'm going to use them every week.
Mm-hmm. What is the thing that gets you the most heated in today's topics? What's something that comes to mind that you get angry about?
Obviously, parking lots saying they're full when they're not.
Oh, no parking is the fucking worst.
Yeah, or like saying you're full when you're not. Mm-hmm. So liars. I guess lying makes me angry.
Or like perjury. Mm-hmm. What kind of coffee did you get at the store? The coffee store.
That we want to sponsor us?
Yeah.
That has a green lady on it?
Yeah, dude.
All right, I'm going to read it to you. It is a grande caramel macchiato with salted caramel cold foam, coconut milk, triple, because I was really
Holy
tired,
smokes.
1 pump of sugar-free vanilla, no other syrup, and cinnamon powder.
You are wild.
It's double stars.
What?
It's double stars this week at my coffee shop.
Do you have to say that every time you go?
No, it's in my app.
Oh, yeah, you put it in one. You're one of those. The app is great. I will definitely give you that.
Does anybody want the order on here? They're going to screenshot it.
It's going to be backwards. Well, I guess I can reverse the image.
They can reverse it.
Yeah, I can reverse
They'll figure it out.
I'll do it for them.
Oh, that's so nice. All right. Is that it?
I had another one. I totally forgot what it was.
Another question?
Yeah.
Just ask me one more, and then I'm going to go to you.
What was your favorite part of spring break last week?
I wasn't on spring break.
All right.
It's called ski week here in the mountains.
Oh.
You get a whole week for ski week, and we went
I grew up in the mountains and never had that.
Well, maybe the mountains here are cooler.
I disagree with, but that's fine. Carry on.
Okay. Maybe our school systems are cooler.
You know where I grew up, right?
Jackson Hole?
Yeah. It's like the same.
It is like the same.
Yeah.
It's so much the same.
It is the same.
I've never been there, but I hear a lot.
We can go.
I know, it's really close. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, sorry.
What was the question?
What was your favorite thing from ski week?
Oh, from ski week, we skied a lot. Weird. We usually go someplace, but I decided to save up for a bigger trip in the future.
Which is going to be Hawaii.
We'll see.
Oh, yeah? Something else even?
Who knows?
What?
Who knows?
Oh, my God. You're crazy.
I am. Harley Quinn.
Skiing is super... We got to go skiing.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I go every week, all the time for the next. Okay. We've got about 2 more.
Do you have buddy passes?
Yeah.
For how much?
Oh, gosh.
You don't know?
No. I don't think it saves you that much, but you're welcome to have it.
Shit. Where?
Everywhere. I have one at every mountain.
Okay. Some of the mountains, but like I've heard Deer Valley's buddy pass is like $25, which sounds bonkers to me. But I know other places it's like still like $240.
No, it's like the Deer Valley pass is like $25 off. I don't know who told you that.
Oh, so they just fucked up in their vernacular when they were informing me.
It's like $25 off
Holy
of a
smokes,
$200.
that's nothing.
Yeah, it's like $180 instead of $200.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
They were. Mm-hmm.
They freaked out.
Yeah, or you misinterpreted what they said.
Oh, I didn't. It was in a message, like in a group of people.
Yeah,
they're like, anybody who wants to. I was like, yo, what the fuck? $25? I'm in.
Do they work there?
They said they get free passes. Maybe their mom works there. Or something
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that could be a different situation. If you're using mine and you just want my buddy passes, you only get like. Anyways, this is like we could do a whole nother session.
Okay, yeah. You asked me some questions.
Okay. Do you like to ski or snowboard?
I like to ski, but I can snowboard. I've been skiing for 24 years, but me and my friends started snowboarding in middle school because we all skated, and we thought snowboarding was cooler because that's just how you feel when you're 10. And then we all shredded for about like a year or two, and we're already like pretty good at it. I can still like do a 360 on a snowboard. But at some point we were like, dude, why are we doing this? Like, we already have mastered by the age of, we'd all been ski racers, big mountain comps, everything, park rats. We were like, we'd already mastered skiing. Like, what the fuck are we doing? It's almost such a moot point at that point, So we like went back, and now,
And now it's like really what the better of the two.
Yeah. Like, if I go with somebody who I know is a freaking slow ass skier, I will try to find a snowboard to ride.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because it'll slow me down a little bit.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, next. Is this the same hat as last week? 2 weeks ago?
I think so. I think it was wearing the Vans hat.
All right. That's not a real question. That was just
Go Vans.
That was a sidetrack question.
Yeah, that's okay.
I really want your chart, okay? Can we remember this for next week? I need my chart. Your star chart.
I'm a Cancer at least. I think there's like a Leo in there and a Scorpio in there or something.
That makes so much sense.
Okay.
All three of those.
I do think that's exactly what it is. Not positive.
That is you. I think that all three of those are you.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. Complicated. What was your favorite meal this week?
My favorite meal this week? Let's see, what have I eaten? You know what, actually, and this is going to sound kind of corny, but I went to In-N-Out last week for the first time in a very long time. And like, I don't even go for the burgers. I go for the animal fries, and then I smell that shit in like a minute. The animal fries don't last very long in my palms, and then afterwards I get to the burger, and then I'm even like, wow, I do forget how good the burgers are because the animal fries are top tier. Okay,
that place is.
The burgers are just below that.
I would love for somebody to debate us on this.
It is so
In-N-Out
good.
is my favorite.
Yeah.
Fast food place.
Cheap too.
Of all time.
It's literally cheaper than like McDonald's.
It's my favorite place.
Taco Bell, Wendy's. I only go to Taco Bell anymore in my life, but like I know it's the cheapest fast food you can get. I guarantee it.
I don't care.
Freaking double hamburgers like $5. Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
That's like.
And it's fresh. You like see them crushing the potato.
It's
Who doesn't
good.
like their fries? I'm like, if you don't like their fries, you've been eating fake fries your entire life.
Exactly.
They just crush potatoes into a fryer. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
That's the whole thing.
They
That's all
salt
you're
them a
supposed to
little
do. Hello. That's it.
Hello.
Hello. All right. Are you gonna get another piercing?
Excuse me. I've thought about piercing my nipples before. I like my one nose piercing. I have both my ears pierced.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm asking.
One of my friends tried to get me to do the what's it called, like the Richard Johnson or whatever. It's a dick piercing. There's like a name for it, or it's like the E.J. Benson. Some like weird white dude's name.
I don't know. I'm too prude for this right now. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I just can't.
His argument was like pretty good about it too. I was like, no, I don't. It's just not me.
Just slow your roll.
No.
Like 20 years to think about that.
Yeah, no, I don't think I ever would.
Where are you gonna travel anywhere soon?
No. I spent $1,600 this morning.
Oh, in your truck.
Yeah.
I hate car problems.
I know.
Like car problems, washing machine problems.
Oh, never had one of those. Thankfully.
I've had washing machine, refrigerator,
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
dishwasher, and car.
You have two
All in
dishwashers,
this
though, that
past-
work perfectly fine.
All in this past year.
They're called Faye and Socks.
Yeah, my children. Correct. All right. Are we done?
Yeah, we
Are
probably
over
should
now?
be. You gotta go to work.
I gotta go.
Or are you going to work?
Well, I have to see a client first.
Oh, you're
so
going to see
I
a
gotta
client
make
and
sure
then
that
going to
I-
sell some animal furs?
No. Going to see a client. So, client up.
All right, we should sign off.
All right. Over and out.
Over and out, you guys.
Love you.